Good evening, guys, wherever you are. It's probably approaching somewhere around midnight. What I'd like to talk about tonight is the spontaneous video that just came out, Cloud9, announcing that this week, for week 1, they will be starting Goldenglue, Keith, and Zeyzal in the positions of Jensen, Sneaky, and Smothie on the starting LCS lineup, keeping in Licorice and Svenskeren. At the beginning of the summer split, there was a lot of controversy surrounding Cloud9, whether or not Licorice, or even then Svenskeren, was correct for the team. Looking back, we realized that although the team did not perform the way that we thought they could, they outperformed the way that was initially thought of them. Speaking back on that, a lot of people are going to question this decision about, do you really think that it's a smart idea to bench your star players, not to mention Sneaky, who has not missed a starting lineup for an LCS split with Cloud9 in 4 years. Adding on to that, Jensen, one of the star mid lanes, if not one of the top 3 best mid lanes of the spring split in this season, you're going to bench him for Goldenglue, which in a lot of comments underneath I saw. And of course, we all do look back and see that Keith and Goldenglue both were very unsuccessful in the LCS. So it can be seen as a little risky to take this move. But one thing that I did think that they made very clear in their video is that they're doing this because they saw in Goldenglue, Keith, and Zeyzal a drive and a fight to try to earn those top LCS spots on that starter lineup. Which makes me come to wonder, in that house, in their player environment, did Jensen, Sneaky, and Smothie feel as though their contracts had been signed, they're in this deal, everything's set in stone, I'm invulnerable, I'm here, everybody knows that we're the stars of this lineup, doesn't matter how shitty I play, I'm going to be on this team. Now, whether or not they think that, they might have been playing that way subconsciously. And it sounds like they saw that drive in those academy players to take that spot. And in order to revitalize the lineup and rebirth that drive to play, they're showing the so-called star players of the starting lineup that we had, the only returning 3 players from Cloud9 from 2017 seasons, benched and put possibly under the academy team. Yet to be announced whether or not they will be on the academy team tomorrow, Thursday, June 14th at 6 p.m. Pacific time, which I believe is the starting time. And in that case, it kind of leaves us on the edge of the seat, kind of wanting to watch the academy to see what is going to happen to Cloud9. Back onto the other topic about lighting the fire and creating that want and that drive to play to the best of their ability. I think personally that this, yes, is a very risky decision, but could be possibly very beneficial. I look at this as equivalent as the Cavaliers, benching LeBron and bringing somebody from the bench, third string, or even from their minor league team up to take his spot. The one thing is that it's a very disgraceful move for a starting player, one that sees themselves as a star. But in the adverse effect, it does prove to them that you are here. That contract may be signed, but we still own you, and you are not safe from a trade or a contract negotiation per se, and we can get rid of you. We can replace you. And if you want to be here on this team, you need to prove to us every day, every time you take the rift, that you deserve that starting spot. Which I believe is very, very key in any competitive sport, is competition for that competitive spot. It creates a lot of drive and initiative, not only for players underneath to know that, hey, these guys aren't invulnerable. If I play good, I can take that spot, which not only makes the academy players want to play better themselves, but it makes the starting lineup want to play better as well to secure and hold those spots indefinitely or for as long as they can. Back to the actual announcement, though. At the beginning of the announcement, I know they started off with saying that they had chosen that for the first week. And initially you think, yes, they chose it for the first week. They're just going to try it out, see if this works. One trick, we'll give them a shot. We'll see how good they do in the LCS. Yeah, it's the first week. We can recover. hopefully. We didn't see very much recovering in the spring split, but they believe that they probably could recover, correct? But that the previous starting LCS players, meaning Jensen, Sneaky, and Smothie, would have to show the effort and show that they deserve those spots back, which makes me think that this is the lineup, the starting lineup for the summer split LCS, unless those professional players, Jensen, Sneaky, and Smothie, can prove that they deserve that spot. So my feeling on this is that I think, although it be a very risky idea, it's a good idea. It is just the first week of the LCS. Yes, I'm a Cloud9 fan. I believe that they can recover, but it also, I believe, has some very beneficial aspects to it, as in creating a new drive and want to play at a higher standard to keep your spot in the LCS. Ending this conversation, I'd like to see what you feel this decision did or can do to Cloud9 or to other teams. Do you think this inspires other teams to take that jump, that leap of faith, to see if they could experience this? Maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody else that you think is underperforming, who could be performing better, but be benched to prove you need to fight. You need to show us that you deserve this spot. With franchising, we might see a lot of this in the future. Or is this just an exploration by Cloud9 to see if they can snatch a few wins with a completely different playstyle from a completely different team that nobody has seen before? Speaking on to that, Svenskeren is a very seasoned veteran in the game, and I believe that he could hold that roster together. Licorice has shown that he is very highly skilled mechanically, does not always make the best decisions gameplay wise, but he can be there. We have seen Keith and Goldenglue in the LCS before, which means they understand the stress and the pressure, but I think all the eyes now will go on Zeyzal and whether or not he can perform at this new echelon, and if his teammates who are just now coming up in there with him, or Licorice, this being still his rookie, or not his rookie split, but his rookie year, if he can have that support, or if Svenskeren can hold that team together. It'll be interesting. It definitely makes the first week really enjoyable and makes me really anticipate it more. And I can't wait to see not only Academy games, but what the LCS has in store. We've had a lot of roster changes going throughout the LCS teams, and I can only expect new things and better things this split. What do you guys think? Comment below. You guys can also reach me on Twitter if you would like to ask questions, make suggestions for something else that I could talk about, but I'm just going to leave this to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a terrible decision? Do you think it's a good decision? What do you think the new era of LCS is going to be with this franchising, with all this money going into it? Is this a new era? Is this the new competitiveness of LCS? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you want more content, hit the subscribe button down below and let me know in the comments section what you'd like me to talk about next. From me to you, have a good night.